Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. How's everybody doing? We're going to whoop the Redskins. We're going to do it. We're going to find out why today. How's everybody doing? Tom, what's up? Okay. You know, I was going to be on, I said I was going to be on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but I forgot Monday was Labor Day. Molly had off, so I couldn't make it Monday. And then yesterday, all kinds of stuff happened, man. Like immediately as I woke up. So it just turned out to be a really, really rough day. Today hasn't been a whole lot better, though. How's everybody doing? Ow, what's going on, brother? Okay, my chat is not showing up. Don't know why. I've got chat going, but it's not showing up on the stream. And I don't know why. Whew. I barely made it today. Let me reset this thing. Maybe that'll do it. How's everybody doing? Did y'all miss me yesterday? A lot to talk about. We got the first injury report is out. We've got the first depth chart is out. And I'm going to type in chat here. Okay, now it's working. And then we got some news, man. News. Now, I didn't have a chance to set up my notes. So it's going to be kind of scatterbrained. And we will get it all figured out. Yes, Wolford, was going to Carolina, but then they decided, nah, don't want him, cut him. So they're a mess over there. Couldn't happen to a better team, that's for sure. Then they signed our offensive tackle, Brandon Walton, which y'all know how I felt about him this preseason. I don't know what the deal is with that. Injury report came out. We've got Logan Hall with a foot injury. So he most likely is not going to play. Right now his status is up in the air, I think. But I would go under the impression that he is not going to play Sunday. Which, again, you know how I feel about him. It's like, that's probably a good thing. Oh, man. Let me see. The injury report. We had somebody else who was hurt. See, this is what happens when I don't get my notes. All organized beforehand. Y'all have to deal with me. What's up, Nestor? Chase McLaughlin, but it was just an illness, abdomen, which is not surprising, man, because everybody's getting sick. Our neighbors got sick, like 3 of them. Molly's dad got sick. That's what happened yesterday. I woke up to one of the cats was stuck in the room and just tore up the carpet under the door, which they've done to almost all of our doors. But this one was really bad. So I woke up to that cat just, and then I come out, let him out, and then Molly comes upstairs and she's like, my dad had to call the ambulance. He's going to the ER. He can't breathe. So anyhow, so she got in the car. She was going there. It's like a 3-hour drive. So she's gone. I had to stay here, take care of the kids and everything. And then probably 30 minutes later, she comes back up. She said, they gave him some steroids to help with his lungs, and he's feeling better. So she didn't have to go. But that was just a hectic morning. And then the rest of the day was just like that, too. But man, it seems like everybody, B-Walk, what's up, brother? Seems like everybody's getting sick, man. It's that time of year, I guess. I've been taking emergency like crazy because I do not want to get sick. Who does want to get sick, man? So, yeah, the only 2 players that didn't practice today were Logan Hall and Chase McLaughlin. Now, it did not affect the depth chart, I didn't think. Let me see. They put that out after the injury report. So we've got Logan Hall did not practice. That was the injury report. And Chase McLaughlin, that was it. Ernest Brown was limited. Yaya was full practice. Gervasio Dennis full practice. Tyreek Funderburk full practice, and on and on and on. So everybody else is looking good. We're looking pretty healthy. Washington's looking good. Everybody's healthy there, too. They had limited practices with Marcus Mariota as their backup quarterback. Oh, I so want him to play. He is so horrible. Defensive tackle Newton, defensive tackle Payne, and tackle Trent Scott for the Washington Commanders were all limited. I thought I had the depth chart here. I'm looking for it. Could have swore they put it out. But somebody had suggested, and I can't remember who it was, Kate, I think, that we do a hate watch with Devin White with his preseason game. So I was like, that's a really good idea. So I went and looked at Devin White's preseason games with the Eagles. He hasn't changed, man. He was avoiding tackles. He was getting blocked up. You could tell he was looking for the big play. But other than that, he wasn't going to do anything. And, I was watching it and I was like, man, that's the same Devin White. He had that, he was on that podcast and he talked all kinds of stuff about how, he's going to, he's working towards his $100 million contract and all that good stuff. I don't see it. But anyhow, it was reported by Albert Breer that there were rumors that the Eagles were going to trade Devin White before the cut down. Now, he's listed as a starter with Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean. There's 2 starters in his spot. If you look at where it says starters, there's 2 linebackers, Devin White and it might be Dean. I can't remember long. But so Devin White, they were talking about trading him because they figure they don't need him or he's not going to contribute or whatever. Anyhow, he's not traveling with the Eagles week 1 because of an injury, an ankle injury. Now, the game is Friday night, so that might have something to do with it too, don't know. But seems to me like he ain't going to be with the Eagles long, which did surprise me, man. Looking at that all 22, I was like, my immediate thought, just seeing how he was getting blocked up and kind of, doing this with people, I was like, hey, man, he's not really trying. He's not out there trying to make sure he makes the team, even. So, yeah. Tom, what's up, Lawrence? Oh man, you crack me up. All right, what else happened? I am looking. Yeah, Logan Hall is still listed on the depth chart as the starting. That was put out yesterday, early in the morning now, so don't know if a new one has come out. Let me look and see. I don't know, man. I don't know why they keep pushing Logan Hall like he's a starter. He's not a starter. Ian Beckles is saying there's 11-6 finish for the Bucs. I like it. I am looking for any indication that he's not going to start. Okay. You know, we signed that guard from Green Bay. I went and looked at his all 22 as well, Royce Newman. And this wasn't that impressed. The second play, and this was his first full game starting, though. This was last year, 2023, against the Saints. And it was week 3. And the second play I watched from him, he got a false start. But his handwork is not good at all. He gets his hands swiped away quite consistently. And he was getting beat way too much. I was like, as a backup guy, maybe. But, again, not a diamond in the rough. Let's put it that way. So, that was not encouraging. But then again, like I said, it was really his first start. And I wanted to watch some of the other All-22 to see what I could see, but never got a chance. It's like with the Jacksonville preseason game. I've had it sitting queued up for a week now, and I have not been able to get to it. So, I said we were going to watch the Jacksonville game while we just talked this week, but I have not gotten around to it. It's just been a crazy week, man. Kate, hey, what's going on? Politics. Yeah, Canales ended up taking 5 or 6 of our guys, but with Wolford leaving, not being signed, I think it's down to 5 or 4. Yeah, we're gonna have to shore some stuff up next year, Lawrence. We got quite a few guys that probably are not going to be here. But it is amazing that our team, and I love it, is so homegrown. I think we're tied with the Ravens for the most drafted and undrafted free agents on the starting roster, which is really cool. We got 44 out of 53. Yeah, he's just going to be a backup. He's just a body. Or the new Patriots. Oh, the Patriots, man. Woof. When they announced Jacoby Brissett as a starter, I was like, are they even trying? Are they even trying? He's just a bad quarterback. He's a bad quarterback. He's not even a good backup, I don't think. Yeah. There was a video out of speaking of the Commanders, it's almost a guaranteed win for us now because of the the mess that's going to fall out from this. This came out today. The vice president of marketing or communications, something I can't remember who. Let me get his name here. He came out. He was caught on video saying so. Vice president with content. Man, I'll tell you what, this guy, he got suspended already. He's going to be fired for sure, but he came out and said some horrible stuff. One of the things that really made me mad was he said that NFL fans, man, he just went off on NFL fans. He said they're mouth breathers, they're stupid, they're alcoholics. He said this while he was sitting in a bar with 2 drinks in front of him, and they weren't like beers. And then he was talking about NFL players, and he said, yeah, well, some of them are smart, but some of them are stupid. He said the ones that get hit in the head a lot, they might start off smart, but then they end up being stupid. But he said that the guys that get hit in the head start believing in conspiracy theories, right? And then the guy turns right around and he goes, they start talking about Roger Goodell, and he said, oh, that Roger Goodell is just a puppet. Jerry Jones runs the NFL, and plus he hates gays and black people. I was like, well, that's a conspiracy theory, buddy. I'm telling you, everybody believes in conspiracy theories. And then he said the NFL is fake. They do all this moral posturing and all that, but they're fake, and it's all about the money. And then he turns right around and admits that he lied on social media when he posted for the Redskins that it wasn't sewage that got sprayed on people in the stadium. It was just water. It's like, what? How do companies hire people like this? It's, you would think the culture at the Commanders had changed maybe, but apparently not. They're just all a bunch of idiots over there. God says that NFL is all about the money. They fake their moral, outstandingness, and then turns right around and says, yeah, I lied on the thing because I didn't want people to know that the sewage got sprayed on the fans. So anyhow, that's going to be a huge distraction for the Commanders, and that'll help us. I think we've got this game anyhow, but I think that's going to be a real big issue that they're going to have. They're going to have to deal with the media and all that good stuff. So that's going to help us. But that was some funny stuff. I was sitting there, the guy, he kept saying all this stuff and then turning right around and doing it himself. It's like all projection. Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are trying either. I don't know what the issue is, but I've given up trying to figure out what's going on with the Patriots. That's a good point. Yeah, they don't want Drake May to get hurt. That's a good point, Kay. That's smart. That's smart thinking right there. I did take it personally. I was mad calling NFL fans dumb, what did you say, high school educated, mouth breathing alcoholics. I was like, what? What's up, Matt? You got IQ 157? Yeah. I know. The guy, he crapped all over his boss. He crapped all over his organization. He crapped all over the fans. Just like, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, at least he was consistent. Oh, ow. I have to get my list out, man. I have to go through the list. But, I mean, JFK, September 11th. Did we go to the moon? Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all the cryptids, I mean, usually I get about that far and somebody will be like, oh yeah, I believe in Bigfoot. Or how about UFOs? You believe in UFOs? What's up, Rampage? Oh yeah. Gruden is gonna burn the NFL, man, or at least Roger Goodell and the top guys. Because it was just obvious that was a hit. That was a hit job. And when he could prove that, they're gonna have to pay him so much money. Oh, that let me see. September 11th was either on purpose by the government. Man, there's so many conspiracy theories behind September 11th that they knew it was going to happen and they just didn't do anything about it because it announced. The day before, the Department of Defense had announced that they had lost track of like $1 trillion. The guy that owned the building was filing for bankrupt. All kinds of stuff, man. There's all kinds of stuff. You don't believe in UFOs, Bigfoot, or Loch Ness Monster? All right, I'll have to get my list out and go through the list. JFK, you're cool with that one though? I mean, you don't think there was a second gunman or the guy on the hill, or that it was the CIA that did it, or any of that stuff? Rampage jumping on one. Oh, the JFK theory was that the CIA killed him, that there was a second gunman on the grassy knoll. There's a bunch with JFK as well. Look at Molly. See, I'm telling you, man, everybody believes one. Everybody believes one. I'll have to find one for you, Al. I have to find one. I'll tell you what. I've got a list somewhere. Oh, what about the Illuminati? Do you believe that the elites have a secret cabal and they rule the world? The Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. Area 51 housed aliens, but you said you don't believe in UFOs. Yeah. There's a giant active volcano under Yellowstone National Park. DARPA has been working to control the weather. Chemtrails with airplanes. That the FBI assassinated Martin Luther King. Roswell, New Mexico. You don't believe in UFOs? The Denver International Airport. A lot there. Yeah, Rampage. Me and Molly talk about that quite a bit. You ever read that book by Frank Peretti, or the series of books, This Present Darkness and stuff? It's good stuff. The Georgia Guildstones was made by the elites to depopulate the planet. Okay, that's enough. This is a football podcast. I'm gonna have to break out my list. Hey, what's up, Joe? Building 7, yeah, that was weird, man. I tell you what, you researching those conspiracy theories about September 11th, and you'll real quick be like, man, I kind of believe that. Yeah, the Building 7 was very strange. The whole thing was strange. Al Bundy's 4th high school touchdown was not a touchdown. He was short. Do they have that on film? Who's chemtrails? You funny, Al. There's a bunch of theories about the Malaysian Airlines. You know, there was a wormhole, that it landed, and what was what about Jeffrey Epstein? The theory of the Illuminati. Man, Al, do you even get on the internet? This show's going to get banned, man, for bringing up any of this stuff. What about Sandy Hook? That was the one that what's his face? The InfoWars guy got sued for. Was it that long ago that the Guildstones got bulldozed? Didn't they get blown up? Didn't somebody go out there and set explosives there? And then they just bulldozed over it? Yeah. Yeah, see, Al, that's why you don't believe in any of these conspiracy theories, because you never heard of them. You got to get on the internet more, Al. Yeah, right. Yeah, Sandy Hook. I tell you, again, that's what I was talking about with conspiracy theories. I even stopped researching them, like Pizzagate and stuff like that, because when you do, there's a lot of compelling evidence, and you're just like, oh man, what? But again, it's like that we never went to the moon. My son was really big into that, and then I'd watched his side of the story, and I was like, that was some really compelling stuff. But here's my side, if you don't get both sides, and then kind of have to come in the middle. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff out in the world. Oh, come on, Al. You know about Epstein, right? His island and everything. And the flight lists and all the celebrities and politicians that visited the island. Yeah, Epstein. Yeah, Epstein was Mossad, a Mossad agent. Ah, really, Joe? That's some sad stuff. I remember when it happened, they were interviewing the teachers and all that good stuff. And there was one on 60 Minutes. I've still got the transcript and the video. And because I was just furious. I think it was a school nurse. They had her on like 60 Minutes or something. And she was talking about, she went and hid in a closet and was there for 4 hours. And she was talking about how she could hear the guns and the, people screaming and all that. She didn't leave for 4 hours. I was just furious. I was like, how could you do that? How could you sit, in a closet while kids are being shot? It's beyond my ability to comprehend. Rampage will turn you on to some stuff, man. Al, hey, send Al a care package, Rampage. Right, yeah, Epstein didn't kill himself, right? I mean, everybody believes that. I don't know anybody that thinks he killed himself. Oh no, what's the Ralph theory? Oh, you were born in the hospital where they took the victims? That was some sad stuff, man. There was that shooting today, too, at a high school. Yeah, Younger Earth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of compelling evidence for that, I think. Soul Scream, what's up, brother? Yeah. The same colors and designs and everything. The Epstein Island, that building with the gold dome. That was all weird. That's how conspiracy theories get, researched and brought up, is because weird stuff happens and then everybody acts weird. Because like when Epstein got arrested in New York, I think it was the third time, the FBI raided his island and like got rid of everything, all the evidence. Or whatever they did. I mean, they went there and gathered a bunch of evidence, and then whatever happened to it, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yeah, sloped roofs. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, the assassination attempt on President Trump. I mean, there's the conspiracy theory that the Secret Service let it happen, or it was planned by them, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you. Right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Kate. And plus, this is probably going to get banned for all that. just even mentioning that stuff is. Oprah. I remember watching her. First time I saw her was on that movie, The Color Purple. Her and Whoopi Goldberg, and I thought that movie was so horrible, but it got rave reviews. I think they even won an Oscar or something like that. The next thing I know, she's got her own show, and I never understood the appeal. The same with Whoopi. I've never understood the appeal with her. Well, I mean, I don't think she's a good actress. I remember she was on Star Trek quite a bit. And I was just like, oh man, she's just so bad at acting. And she was in Ghost. I think she was the worst part of Ghost. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Right? Yeah, the conspiracy that the NFL is scripted, which it's legal for them to do it. Mike was first lady. Yeah, Tom. Yep. Okay, so the Redskins. I wanted to watch some of Jaden Daniels is really what I wanted to watch. I watched it live, but I want to watch the all 22. Are y'all good with that? He only did a couple series, so. I hate the NFL Network's website. Seems like every time I go there, it's just different, weird. All right. I just want to see, because it seemed to me, watching it live, that he was real quick to pull that ball down and run. He's going to rely on his feet a lot. You know, another thing I hate about the NFL.com website is this automatic playing of the videos. I hate it. Now, again, I'm not going to be able to rewind this and stuff like I normally can, and it's going to be the on screen is going to be the controls and stuff, because that's the way the NFL has it. It sucks. Y'all ready to watch this game Saturday, man? We're going to do the live stream, and we're all going to watch it together, man. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I think we're going to whoop them. But I'm not really even concerned if we don't. I'm not going to panic this year. Last year. Okay, that's not working. After that during that 7-game losing streak, that was tough, man. That was tough. So I'm just going to try to expect that this year. Yeah. As long as we get to the playoffs, I don't care. Your brother's a Washington fan, Soul? Oh, my gosh. I grew up in Virginia, and I had to watch the Redskins back before, NFL Sunday Ticket and stuff. And I had to watch the Redskins every week. And I was a player fan, but I liked the players with Dallas and Pittsburgh and stuff like that. And I just really grew to dislike the Redskins, man. So, okay, here's Daniels. So let's see what we got. We just got to put up with these controls on the screen. All right. Quick little option. He gives the ball away. Let's see if he made the right decision here. Boom. Yeah, I'd go with that. That was a good decision. I mean, you could have gone either way with it, but this guy, looks like he's going. Oops. Okay. Looks like he's going inside. He could have kept it run out, but you got the blocker coming too. Anyhow, that's a decent call. I'll give him that one. Ooh, good block. That was nice. All right. Here's again. This is Daniel, right? Let's make sure we're watching right. He had this guy. Didn't see it. Throws the check down. Yep, that's Daniel. Number 5. Oh, that wasn't a check down. That's a design screen. I saw the receivers. The receivers on this side went out and blocked, but you could see the linemen let their guys go. So okay. Bad pass. A bad pass. He was wide open too. Okay, so he just chunks it up because he's feeling this pressure here. Really not a bad decision there. Oh, did he catch that? It looked like he caught that. Did they call it? Yeah, look at that. Pitch. Oh man, that was a tough pull by that. What was that? The tackle or the guard? Like the guard right here. No, it was the center. All right, here we go. That rollout didn't fool anybody. Need to fake it a little bit better there, buddy. McLaurin is he their best receiver, McLaurin? Was that who caught that bomb? It looked like an option too, didn't it? Yeah. Almost the same setup here. 87 coming across blocking. He put a hell of a block last time. Not so much there. It wasn't bad. They're getting the ball out of his hands quick. They're just running it up the middle. What was that? 4 times in a row, they just ran it straight up the middle. Oh, man. Running back slammed right into the guard. They were going to run it again. Huh. Is that a false start? Or neutral zone? False start. Yeah, we'll see. McLaurin, I like him too. I'm anxious to see how he plays this year. All right, we got a pistol. That's one thing you're going to see with Cliff Kingsbury, their offensive coordinator. You're going to see a boat ton of different looks and plays. Now, see, that was an option to the right, and he took it this time. Let's see what he saw. This guy's going inside for the running back. Good call. 23 could have done a much better job trying to get him there. And I think this is the only series he played. This is week 1. Didn't really see anything there, but he did look kind of smooth. He wasn't too panicked, but again, they got the ball out quick. I wonder if they're going to run those options like that, man. What was it? What was that like? It was like 10 options. Is that going to be their bread and butter? Let's see, week 2. We got. I hate the videos play automatically on NFL.com. You can't go to a single page on NFL.com without a video playing. It's so annoying. Okay, the Dolphins. Okay, let's see if he played any against the Dolphins week 2 preseason game. I'm trying to remember what. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. He did the first series, second series. All right, so we got good stuff to watch. Okay, we got 2 series in this game. Really dislike the way they've got it. You know, when they first started this Game Pass stuff, I can't remember what it was called at the time, but they had it set up so nice. You know, they had the screen here where you watched the all 22, and then they had a column over on the right where you could pick the plays. You could sit there and read the plays. You knew what was happening. It had the down, the distance, what happened, and all that kind of stuff. And you could just go through and just jump back around, find whatever you wanted. Now, man, it's just a mess. 2 years ago, they didn't even have where you could, do play-by-play. You just had to go all the way through and find it yourself. Now they've got it where you've got the plays, but you have to scroll down. You know, and the video's up here, it goes off screen, and then it'll pop up over in the corner like this big. It's like, no, I want to watch the... Yeah. It's just silly. All right, let's get to all 22 on this. See if we can see what these guys. My baby she's at the door, banging on the door. I don't know if y'all can hear it. She is wanting to get in. I'd bring her in, but YouTube would get mad at me. You hear her crying? Can y'all hear that? All right, here we go. Getting closer. Did I have it full screen last time? Yeah. Jordan Whitehead with a welcome to the NFL hit. Yeah. I watched. Okay, there he is. There's Daniels. I watched the mic'd up with Barton. And one thing I really liked about it, besides him talking about this booger, he was obsessed with this booger in his neck. But he asked to go back out and do another special teams rep. Look at another screen, options. It's like all they've done so far. So they had an option on the first play, screen on this one. Boom. Good block. But he asked his coach if he could go back out there on special teams and get another rep in. He was like, yeah, I wasn't happy with my last special teams rep, so can I get another one? I really like that. I want to watch that play again. See what Kingsbury's drawing up here. Now remember, this is preseason. They're not going to show their whole book out there. It was definitely pass interference on number one. They grabbed him. So he scanned the field quickly. He didn't lock in on a guy. He did there at the end, but oh, yeah, man, they're running options like, and you can't run options on us very good. We got Levante David. Our defense is smart. Look at that formation. Play action. Boom. Oh. Why in the world did he not throw it to 87? Look at that. I thought that's who he was throwing it to. Is this third down? No, this is second down. Look at 87 here. Wide open. And if you would have hit him in stride, you would have got that first down. Play, dang it. That's going to be an issue there. You know, they're going to do the option, and then play action. That'll get you. He likes that outside, doesn't he? I think every pass he's thrown has been to the outside. Oof. Yeah. McLaurin, he's going to be a threat. Look at that formation. Yeah. You're going to see some. There we go. Outside again. You're going to see some funky stuff with Cliff Kingsbury. That's one of the reasons why I liked him, because he just comes up with interesting offenses. Oh, man, he loves throwing to the outside. Good grief. I think we haven't seen a pass in the middle yet, have we? So options, play action, passes to the outside. He doesn't even look in the middle. That was a horrible pass. We'll go back. And we got routes in the middle. We got. I don't know. Maybe Cliff is giving him stuff on the outside just to play safe, you know. Much less likely to be intercepted out there. Okay. So we've got. What about their defense? Are we worried about their defense at all? This is Dan Quinn we're talking about. He loves his defense. I'll say that. I'll say this. Dan Quinn gets his guys to tackle. But they may not be good with scheme and stuff. Don't know. We'll see. But they generally tackle well. I think he preaches that. I'm trying to get to the second series here. I don't know if this is their starting defense or not. You know, let's watch them because that's Miami's starting offense out there. Let's watch this defense. This is the first series with defense. This is the Redskins defense. Look at that defense. Yeah. What are they doing? Whoa. Oops. They play a 4-3, huh? He's getting the ball out quick, too. Them getting rid of Chase Young, that was so weird. You know, they look like a false start to me. They, basically got rid of all their players except Chase Young for a year. And it looked like they were going to try and build the team around him, and then they got rid of him. Very strange. Number 4, that was a good job there. He fought for that one. So I think it was number 4. Yeah, right here. He reads this, goes inside. He fights for this. Come on, stop. Squares? I don't want squares. Or circles. There we go. All right, so anyhow, number 4. He fights inside to get this tackle. Who's number 4? Ooh, good job. I like that. Who's number 4? Do they play a 3-4 or 4-3 or hybrid? Well, that's that Lulu guy. Yeah, I've heard good stuff about him. Oh, he got confused there. They faked the defense out on this one. That was a nice play. I didn't even see it. We go back and watch this. Let's watch it all the way from the. He just tosses it out to the guy in motion. Miami tricky, man. Yeah, you'll see. Number 9 comes running across. He comes running across in front of Tua. And Tua just tosses it out to him, pitches it. Is that considered a forward pass? I think it is. Fooled everybody, though. Well, dang, defense was going the other way. Oh, yeah. Looks to me like they're running a 4-3 defense. Can't really tell. They've been playing a lot of nickel here, so that confuses things. You don't get many teams anymore that strictly do one or the other. God, we did for so long, man. As a matter of fact, I don't know if we've ever done 3-4 until Bowles showed up. These guys are getting out tricked. At number 4, he plays hard, man. He's gotten, I've seen 2 mistakes, but they were both on trick plays. Oh, beautiful pass. Goodness. What? That's a beautiful catch, too. Man, that's hard to defend there. I'm going to go back and watch that from the sideline. And he just dropped it right in the breadbasket, didn't he? Guy didn't even break stride. No, he sure didn't. He just stuck his arms out right in there. Man, sweet. Hmm. Looks like a Mike Smith Bucks defense. Keep everything in front of you, man. I was a Mike Smith defender until, I don't know, probably week 6 or 7 of that year he got fired. But I really liked his concept. I thought it was really interesting. Oh, there we go. We got a line drive kick. We're going to be seeing a lot of that, I think. I want to see it. Now, of course, I'm not real familiar with the rules, but like right there, it landed in the zone. You know, the zone is right here, right? 20. It's a horrible square. That's supposed to be a square, guys. It's almost like a whale. I thought if it landed in the zone, then you had to return it, or you had to get it. You couldn't let it bounce into the end zone. But apparently you can. But I wonder if you could line drive it and just kick it like really low, almost to where you could hit one of these guys. Try to hit one of these guys. Can you do that? I mean, can it? What happens if it lands outside the zone? If it hits like right here, do they get it on the 40 or whatever it is? I don't know. Let's look at it. We're going to see some interesting stuff this year with this new kickoff. I'm still undecided with it. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I haven't watched XFL or whatever the new league is that they copied this from. All right, we got one more series with Daniels. Yeah, see, it lands in the zone there and then bounces into the end zone. And I guess they get it on the 25 or 30. No, they get it on the 20. What? I don't understand. It's too confusing. Okay, another option. I don't know if that was an option or not. That tackle blocked out. Up. That was false start on 7 on the right tackle. Chase Young's a no effort guy. That's 4-3. Okay, that's what it looked like. They were in nickel so much I couldn't really tell. Yeah, we'll see how the Saints. Saints. I really don't think the Saints are going to be good this year. I think they're going to implode. I think this is their last year of even being close to relevancy. But you never know. You never know. That was an option. Gosh, I want to say that's what they're going to do this season with Daniels. I haven't seen him scramble yet. I was talking about when I watched him live. He was quick to run with the ball. There we go. He's going to get a healthy dose of Levante David. Man. Outside, inside. They run inside. They throw outside. Except when Daniels runs, he runs outside. There we go. Pass in the middle. Complete too. He just did not cover that tight end at all. Bates. Didn't they get Zach Ertz? Who am I thinking? Another screen. Look at this. Man. But again, preseason, they're not going to show their full playbook here. I think they're just doing quick, simple stuff to move the ball down the field. Another one, man. This is like a 6-play playbook they're doing. A little stiff arm there. Oh, that should have been a penalty. Now, see, he should have kept that one. Man, he had all the room in the world. That was a bad read on his part. Penalty anyhow, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah, see, right here, he goes inside, he gets blocked. Daniel should have kept it and gone to the outside. And there ain't nobody out there. A lot of them. They haven't punted. Oh, what were the Dolphins doing there? Is this okay? It's third down, third and long. Let me see. Let me go back. Yeah, so they. Yeah, I was like, man, playing prevent. Hard to get a good read on the Redskins' offensive line because he's getting the ball out relatively quick. There's only been like 3 passes where he's stayed back there in the pocket for any length of time. But they're not getting beat like right away. Let's look at his defense. See if the starting defense is out there again. See if they got 2 series. Ooh, he got flipped up in the air. Here he comes. Here he comes. Who is it that gets him? Oh, his own guy. His own guy flipped him up in the air. This guy right here, I think. Yeah. Oh, man. It's embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, that's not their starting defense. So. Man. Should have had that one, buddy. All right. Let's see. Preseason week 3. I want to say he did 1 series in week 3. I can hear the babies sitting outside the door, playing with something. Molly's making salmon. I'm excited about that. I love me some salmon. She made some good steak the other day too. Almost burnt the house down. We don't have a fan over. We have a fan. It's weird. It's like a North Carolina thing. There's a fan over top of the stove, but there's no exhaust to the outside. So it just blows right back into the house. I found that out the hard way. Making bacon one day. And she made this steak the other night, and I came downstairs and like all the windows were open, kids were crying. I was like, what happened? I said, I got a little bit of smoky in here. It's good steak though. All right, here we go. Let's see. What do we got? Nope, did not play. So that's what we got. Preseason 1 and 2 games. He ran 3 series. Almost all of it was options, quick passes to the outside. I think he threw 3 from the pocket. 2 of them were relatively deep. 1 was deep, and then 1 in the middle. But again, is that what we're going to see? Wouldn't surprise me. What's up, Slim Stank? Squid kick, yeah. You think they're just going to kick it to the end zone now? I'm telling you, I think they're going to come up with all kinds of tricky stuff because if you kick it to the end zone, I think you get it on the 30, 25. I read up on the rules and didn't really absorb it a whole lot. Let me see. The past few years, it's been, if it's a touchback, then you get it on the 25. Okay. Here's an explainer. I hope it's not a video. This is from NFL.com. All right. We're reading the explainer. Alignment, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that. Landing zone. All right. Landing is area between the receiving team's goal line and 20-yard, right? We know that. Any kick that hits short of the landing zone. Okay, this is what I was talking about. If you can line drive it at a player. It's treated like kickoff out of bounds, the ball spotted at the 40. Okay. The play will be blown dead as soon as kick lands short of the landing zone. Okay, so you don't want to line drive it and not get it in the landing zone. Any kick that, here's what, we just saw this and they didn't follow that rule. It says any kick that hits in the landing zone must be returned. They didn't do that in this game. It landed in the landing zone, bounced in the end zone, and they gave it to them on the 20. Okay. Any kick that hits in the landing zone and then goes into the end zone must be returned or downed by receiving team if down. Okay, so this right here is stupid. Must be returned because it doesn't have to be returned. It can be returned or downed by receiving team. It goes in the end zone. So it's got to go in the end zone. So if you could kick the ball, get it to land and make it bounce backwards, that's the way to do it. Okay. If the kick hits in the end zone, stays in bounds, then they get it on the 30. If the kick goes out of the end zone, in the air, or bounces, you get it on the 30. I don't know, Al. I don't know if they're going to do that. Just kick it out of bounds or kick it out of the end zone. We'll see. Here we go. We got some miscellaneous. If conditions cause ball to fall off tee twice, then kicker will be allowed to use kicking stick to keep the ball in place. The closest covering official will pick up the stick immediately after the kick. No more. What are they called? The ball boys that run out there. Remember Tony Dungy's son, the one that didn't survive he used to run out and get the kicking team. Onside kick. Now this is something I'm interested in. How are they doing onside kick? Fourth quarter begins. The team trailing has the opportunity to declare an onside kick to the officials. So you can only do it in the fourth quarter? Current onside kickoff rules would apply if onside kick goes beyond the setup zone untouched. Kicking team penalized for return team would start the drive at the 20. So now you can only do an onside kick in the fourth quarter? And only if you're trailing? Is that what I'm reading right? Tom says kicks are boring, and I'm saying I'll make it even doubly boring. Instead of showing the kicks, we're going to read about kicks. Yes, we're doing predictions. I was getting ready to bring that up here in a second. Gruden's got a new YouTube channel. Oh, I got to check that out. Tom's going risky, saying that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Stay confused oxygen. I know it smelled good. I thought that. Tom drunk typing over here. Super Bowl. Yeah, hopefully Yaya's going to play. Looks like he is. He had a full practice today. So I'm anxious to see. It's sad we didn't get to see any preseason action from him. Hopefully he's got a little bit better. He played good last year. So when they say current onside kickoff rules would apply, that means you set up like the normal kickoff, onside kickoff like we always know? Okay. The setup zone and landing zone will not change with any penalties that carry over to kickoffs. Alignments of 10 kickoff team players and all receiving team players would not change. Only the spot of the kick would move. That's weird. Penalties on scoring plays will not carry over and will be taken on the try. That stinks. Penalties on the try may carry over. Only the placement of the kick will change. Interesting. So no more, if you get the penalty on the score, can you do it on the kickoff? Can you take that on the kickoff? So that's done now. Safety kick. The kick will be from the 20-yard line, and the kicker will have the option to use a tee. The setup zone and the landing zone will not change. So we're doing that with the safety kick too. So my only question here is this one. Current onside kickoff rules would apply. If onside kick goes beyond the setup zone untouched, kicking team penalized for UNS, whatever that is. So it seems like onside kicks will be the same as they've always been. Okay. There we go. That was fun. Now let's see if I can remember all that when the game starts. So if they don't return it as a penalty, right, that's as long as it doesn't go in the end zone. So there's no more fair catching. You got to return it. You can fair catch it in the end zone. Tom Tuba. But Al, is it okay? Current onside kickoff rules would apply. So, but is it going to be the same setup as it is with a normal kickoff? But you can just got to go 10 yards. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when somebody. But apparently, you can only do it in the fourth quarter, and only if you're trailing. So you can't do any sneaky onside kicks. Yeah, but they still took it out of the game. No more fair catches. Show you a cat close up. Where's that coming from? I must have missed something there. What's going on? I had a cat roaming around here. Oh, there she is. You see her? Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Let's see if I can zoom in on her. I'll tell you what, I'll bring her up here. It's my pretty kitty. It's Olivia. Sweet cat. She's like super fluffy. Very pretty cat. She's definitely got that attitude of a cat, you know, where she's just like, I'll be petted when I want to be petted. She takes no gruff from the dog either. That dog gets near her, she's like, now my other cat plays with the dog all the time. They're constantly attacking each other, but Olivia just walks through the house like she owns it, which I think she does. And if the dog even gets near her, she's just like, whack. Tom, you get sleepy. Did y'all get a good look at her? I couldn't. I didn't want her to like freak out with the lights and microphones. Yeah, she's a good cat. All right, let's get our predictions in. We want two predictions. We want what are the Buccaneers going to close the season with, what their win-loss record is going to be, and I want everybody's prediction for this week's game. I'm going to go ahead and start it off and say 24-17 Buccaneers is what I am predicting. Right now, I've got the record prediction for 2024 full season. I've got mine is 10-7, but the Buccaneers. Jason at 12-5. Al is 7 to 9 wins, 10 to 8 losses. Can we do that? Let's make it more specific, Al. DeQuavian, 11-6, Craig 10-6, and Ilmage 9-8. So everybody else, let's get it going. Rampage 2013. Joe 30-17 blocks. Oh man, I like that. Kate 11-6. That's for the season. And 31-14. Woo, man, y'all are confident. I like this. Okay, Rampage 10-7 record. The same thing I said. Okay, Al, you're saying 8-9. You got no confidence in the team. I hate when you say. Yeah, we did it. We did it way back in the way back before training camp. And you had said, I'd wrote down, you said somewhere between 7 and 9 losses, or 7 and 9 wins. 10-7 record, Molly. Got a lot of 10-7s. One at 16. I was like, who said that? It's Rampage. I'm not writing that down. Rampage with the Price is Right strategy. Just beat the Falcons 2 times, I know, right? Or I'm predicting we're going to split with them. But I really want to beat the Panthers. I want Canales to be run out of town, man. Pissed me off. 31-17, Pap. $31. Nobody's picking the Redskins. I watch national stuff. I think I've seen one person pick the Redskins. Okay, Pat, which one? 20 to zip or 31-17? A record 7 ties. Benedict Canales. I know, right? You know who would be great for his team is Tyke Smith. Both traders, right? 5 wins, 5 losses, 7 ties. What is the most ties in a season for a team? I imagine it can't be more than 3. Yeah, well, I would really like to see him get run out of town this year, but I think they're going to give him 2, unless the team just really, really stinks it up. 28-23, Molly. Ooh, a lot closer than. Why are you so close, man? You're jinxing us. Why do you think, Kate? Why do you think he can't get fired? We should do how long Canales keeps his job. Okay. I'm going to say Canales keeps his job. I'm going to say he gets fired November next year. So that's what, 2025? Tepper ain't got no patience, man. More than 2 years? We should do, over under 2 years. Al's going 14-21 bucks. He talks real good to someone who doesn't understand football. That's probably true, man. Tepper's like, this guy's a genius, man. He talks so well. Al says 3 years. Will they allow Canales to draft Young's replacement? Oof. I will never understand what the Panthers were thinking there. Well, I can understand you're going to draft a guy. You draft him. If he doesn't fall to you, well. But to give up what they gave up for him, I mean, they were acting like he was the next Peyton Manning or something. That's a good point, Kate. All right, Tom. he's going to overcorrect, keep Canales too long. Tom says 23-31 Bucks. Nobody's picking the Redskins. He's got a 6-year contract. I wonder if coaching contracts are the same as player contracts, where you might get a year or two guaranteed. I'm pretty sure coaching contracts are like player contracts, where except they don't get guaranteed salary, right? I don't know. No, it's not true, because I think it's all guaranteed. But you can fire a coach, but you still got to pay them as long as they do not coach in the NFL. Speaking of which, I watched a linebacker from the Jets. He was on a podcast, and he was talking about how players get paid and all that good stuff. And he said something that I did not know, but they have to pay taxes in every state that they play in. He was saying when the schedule comes out, all the players look, and they hate playing in California. They hate playing in Detroit, especially, because Detroit, you get taxed by Michigan and you get taxed by the city of Detroit. He said there was another place too, it might have been New Orleans, where the city taxes you as well as the state. But they all hate playing. They all hate playing games in California. And he was talking about how messed up it was, because you practice at your facility, and then you might fly in on a Saturday, sometimes on a Friday. So you're only there for 2, maybe 3 days, but you get taxed as though you were there for the whole week. So a lot of these guys, they'll get their paycheck after playing a California team, and they'll be like, why'd they take out all these thousands of dollars, It's like, yeah, because you got to pay California tax. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Teams love to play Florida teams and Texas teams because they don't have any income tax. So teams love to play in Dallas. They love to play in Tampa. He actually mentioned Tampa. He was like, we love to play Tampa and Miami. Coaches are fully guaranteed. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that as soon as I said it. I was like, no, we fired so many coaches and still had to pay them, so it must be guaranteed. How much did Canales get? What's his contract? I forget. I just heard the baby fall. I heard her screaming. Sounded like she fell. I heard a boom, boom, boom. Street Blitz. 2K5 Fever. We could reminisce about old players. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Is it Silverdome tax? But yeah, he was breaking it down. He said his first contract was for $1.5 million. It was with the, I want to say it was the Buffalo Bills, but it wasn't. Might have been Houston. Anyhow, he ended up only getting paid $30,000. He signed a 1-year, $1.5 million contract as an undrafted free agent. He made it all the way through OTAs, training camp. And then right before the season started, they put him on the practice squad. And as soon as they did that, his $1.2 million salary went down to, I think it was $125,000. And then he was only on the practice squad for 4 weeks, and then they cut him. So he said his whole time with that team, he made $30,000, less than $30,000. And he got cut. He said that teams, when you are on, if you're on the team at Tuesdays at 4:01 p.m., you get paid for the whole week. So teams cut guys before 4 p.m. on Tuesday, so they don't have to pay them the salary. he was saying for years, all of his family and friends know, do not call him on Tuesdays before 4:00 because he's gotten cut at like 3:56 p.m. So he's like, if my phone rings on Tuesdays before 4:00, he knows what it is. And he says at 4:01 p.m. on Tuesdays, he sends out gifts to all of his friends and family with the money. He's like, I'm getting paid this week. I'm getting my salary. It was pretty neat. Breakdown of all the players. I still want to know about injuries and stuff, how that works with players, but a lot of stuff. Joe, I think Cohn's going to be better than Canales. I like what I've seen so far. I really like how the offense is really looking tight. Especially the run blocking. The run blocking looks really tight. I like that. Yeah, that's what Molly said too. I was telling her about all this, and she said, Ralph, you are not going to get me to feel sorry about these NFL player salaries. I was like, yeah. So we don't know what Canales' contract was. We just know it was 6 years in length. Huh? Oh, that's interesting, Pat. That's a hot take right there. Cohn take over from takes Bowles' head coaching position next year. Is Bowles' contract up next year? Goodness, what is this, 2000? I can't remember what he signed. This is going to be his third year, so next year would be 4. That's interesting. Why wouldn't you want Cohn as head coach, Rampage? I don't have any really thoughts about the guy. All I've known is what we've seen in preseason, and I like the tightness of everything, but we'll see how it works in the preseason when we get punched in the face. I drafted McMillan in my money league. I think he was like my 14th or 15th pick. I was just like, yeah, I'll go ahead and pick him up. I don't know, Kate. They did that with Cutter. If you like the offensive coordinator, you just promote him. Fire the coach. Yeah. He talked about that too. If you're a vested veteran, if you played for starting on your 5th year, which is what this guy was. He was a linebacker for the Jets. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the roster to see who he is. Yeah, he said if you are on the roster week 1, then your salary is guaranteed for the rest of the year as a vested veteran. Which he said that. He's like, this is my first year of being a veteran. I don't have to worry about my salary. He does look like a sloth, doesn't he? Not like Canales. Pretty boy Canales. But hey, if you read Nassim Taleb, those are the guys you want. You want the ugly people because they've had to overcome a lot more diversity. They're harder and tougher, Oh, so Greg Allman put that out there. Okay. Oh, I'm super excited about that, Joe. Super excited. We know Winfield tackles well. We know Whitehead, he's a cruise missile. And what we've seen from Tyke Smith, good tackler. And then we got Banks, right? He's on the 53, right? Who we saw lay some people out in preseason. His coverage skills weren't the best in the world, but yeah, we're gonna be dangerous back there. No, I think Banks made the practice squad. Yeah, he made the practice squad. He's not on the 53. It'd be nice, man. We it's been so. I have not been happy with our tackle the past few years. Yeah, besides Levante and Winfield. Just I don't know if Bowles really focuses on tackling or not. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it because you see a lot of the guys, they all have different techniques with their tackles. And usually a defensive coach will get in there and he'll be like, okay, here's how we're going to tackle. Tackle like this. Whether you like the alligator tackles, the rugby tackles. Can't do the hip drop, though. Has anybody seen a penalty this year in preseason for the hip drop? I haven't. I wonder if there was one. The sloth from Goonies. Oh, man. It's horrible. We're horrible people. That's our coach, man. The Gravediggers 2.0. Yes, sir. Let's put some people on the backsides. Everybody got their picks in. I got Ralph, Rampage, Joe, Kate, Pat, Molly, Al, and Tom. Okay. It was okay. I need to I'll put a comment up on YouTube for all those that didn't show up today. Who do we hire if we fire Bowles? Let's go on. Yeah, I'm still a Cliff Kingsbury fan, so. Yeah, I think if we fire Bowles, we're going to clean house. I mean, Cohn might. It depends on how we do offensively this year. But I don't know if the Glazers would do that. This is Cohn's first real offensive coordinator in the NFL position. I don't think they would bump him up to head coach. You never know. The guy might come out there and just be a genius. What's up with Gruden's podcast? Oh, man. Was that an ad, Tom? Yeah, Rampage was saying he's got a new YouTube channel. Nick Saban. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I think life's going to be safe for a while, which, I'm totally happy with. I like consistency, especially in the front office. And, he's done good. I've liked, you look all the way back from Mike Evans to Cansey. And, I think Barton's going to be, a solid center for as long as he wants to play, man. Light has made some really good draft picks. Vita Vea, Ali Marpet, Tristan Wirfs, Winfield. Come on. Just that right there, just those guys right there make it to where you're like, yeah, you can be GM forever. Kurt Warner for head coach, yeah. Season hasn't even started and we're already talking about firing the coach. That's funny. We're going to be talking about the draft after week 1. Bill Belichick. I don't know if I'd want him, Blues. Do not know. When he made the decision to bring Cam Newton on as the starting quarterback, I lost a lot of respect for him. I really did. So I'm going to have to check that out, Tom. John Gruden. It's because they were listening to your chat. it's firing season. Right before week 1, firing season. Let me see. And make sure we covered everything. I'm starving. My stomach's grumbling. I know y'all are hearing that. Raheem Morris. Yeah, don't want to double dip into that one. I was so excited for that team in 2010, man. Or in 2011, going into 2011. And they started off so good. I thought we had our franchise quarterback finally, Josh Freeman. Tom, what were we supposed to call and check up on you for? Were you sick? Were you talking about the Buccaneers? Penn State 38, West Virginia 12. Oh man. I didn't even notice, Tom. I didn't pay attention. You know I'm not a college football guy. I'm trying to watch a little bit. I apologize. I will call and check up on you next time. I will keep an eye on West Virginia this year so I can help you with your depression. I am living a good life, man. All right, what was I doing? We're checking to make sure we covered everything so I can get off of here. Check. I got notes spread out all over the place. Like I said, I didn't get my notes together. Yep. All right. So, guys, we will see you Sunday at 4 o'clock. I'll start a little bit early. Not too early because I'll be watching the 1 o'clock games. Not going to do a live stream for the rest of the week because there's a game Thursday night, there's a game Friday night. You know, it would probably be a good idea to do a test live stream. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then Saturday I'm working on that. So. Hey, that's what I'm getting ready to have. Salmon. That sounds delicious. Salmon, broccoli, apples, and peanut butter. Wow. Pat McAfee brought 50,000 fans, and then West Virginia had to drop the ball. Yeah, it's going to be live on Sunday, Joe. Yeah, Rampage having a salmon. It's the same thing we eat. Y'all better beat Albany, right? Isn't that a community college? All right, so everybody got their score predictions in for the year, the score predictions in for this week. Yeah, you ain't got that now, Tom. Hopefully Mayfield will rescue you. Keep an eye out. I might do a test stream with one of the games this Thursday or Friday. You know, the Thursday night game and then this Friday night game. Hopefully they'll have it. Apparently Brazil's got some wildfires going on down there, and they were talking about canceling the game Friday night, but we'll see. But keep an eye out. I might just jump on and do a live stream with those games too, just to test things out. You ain't got no Brady to rescue. Yeah, we're going to have a good fun year this year, Joe. I think it's going to be fun. I think we're a better team than last year. We're not going to have that 7-week slide. And we got a lot of hope going on this year. But I got to get off here, go get me something to eat. And if I don't see you till Sunday, then I will see you Sunday. But keep an eye out for the live stream from here till then. But until then, go Bucs.